Hello again, everybody. Thank you again to those of you who are continuous supporters and viewers. Welcome again to the show. Just a little mug right there. One of my favorite shows. But yeah, thank you all again for tuning in to another episode of Camcast today. Today is going to be a promising one. I'm going to try not to. It's going to be an interesting episode, let's just put it that way. I hope each and every one of you enjoy it. And yeah, please make sure you hit the like and subscribe button. And of course, you can click that, I think it's the bell, to get basically notifications anytime a new video drops. And without further ado, we're going to get into it. So, of course, I'm your host, I'm Cam. It's an easier going name that's kind of just rolls right off the tongue. I try to come as often as I can to basically give new takes on information, let you all get a chance to know who I am, connect with my audience members and my viewers, and any those of you who continue to tune in to see what we're talking about today. But yeah, for all my newer viewers, welcome. And I hope you enjoyed today's episode. And you can also scroll down to see the rest of the episodes if you want to get caught up on a little bit about what we kind of talk about. So, in today's topic, I don't want to keep you all too long. Actually, there was a request to continue to reinstate one of my segments, kind of whenever I speak about basically, I guess, the attire part. That's another thing that we like to kind of do, is have a little bit of what we call a gent talk, where we might talk a little bit of gentleman's fashion, this and that. And it could be for anybody, all ages, any gender. You can kind of take it, apply it to whatever like your style may be, and just take the style tips basically. So today, I got on this solid navy blue suit. The light blue shirts, doing something, mixing it up, putting some color into it, with this green striped tie with the blue stripes in it. It's one of my favorite ones actually, and of course I got my little cufflinks down there that I'm actually still learning more and more about. I have on some light blue, navy blue dress socks with some dark brown penny loafers. It's dark brown penny loafers. I do recommend those, as well as the Monkstrap Oxfords. Those will probably be coming on my next video. And if you have any questions about that or anything that's on the fit, please let me know. Put it in the comments or reach out to me however you would like to, and we can have a conversation about it. These are things that I pretty much kind of go through all the time. So yeah. But so today, which is actually kind of funny, that's actually a topic that, well, not specifically that, but I listen to a lot of like talk shows, mainly with sports, whatnot, basically like commentary. There's many types of commentary shows, and there was one particular show that I enjoyed listening to. It's kind of having its troubles right now. For those of you that may know, I don't really want to say exactly specifically which one it was, but it was a competitive show that had some great hosts to it. They took a break for a while and then they came back, and it didn't last too long, and everybody, those of you who know what I'm talking about, everybody kind of has an idea of the host on that show. Was a great guy. They know his personality. He's well renowned in the business, and I just decided to kind of give my feedback on the situation that basically happened between him and one of his other co-hosts, who actually was a Hall of Fame tight end in the NFL. So, great guy. Respect to both men. I think that they did a great job every single day on their show or on that show by bringing us day to day stuff and information that was happening basically behind the doors in the locker room and the front office and all those types of places, each and basically every morning, and even off the field, kind of giving us an idea of, you know, basically how the other half lives. So they kind of had a little falling out, and it was over time they wound up basically separating and doing different shows with different people. One of them is still going while the other one isn't so much. So now that I kind of gave you a little bit of background information on kind of what took place, my opinion was more of, it's still often discussed as to what happened, who is at fault, things of that nature. And the way that I kind of looked at it was, you know, the more that they continue to speak about it, the person who decided to leave, he continues to kind of have conversations and topics with people on other shows about what took place between him and the host of the other show, while he just kind of continued to just basically move on, if you will. So my whole thing about it was, I just kind of wanted to give my opinion as I really kind of dissected where it was coming from. Now, I don't know all the details specifically behind what happened, so I'm going to go ahead and state that now. But from what I can interpret from it, I'm not saying that anybody was at fault. I think the way that I kind of view it is this. Okay, so we're going to get a little political. Honestly, I'd rather say political than racial. But the thing about it was, you have to understand is that there comes a time where when someone gives you so much, there comes a time to where you can't ask for too much. You just can't do that, basically. And I think that that's kind of what took place. You can't ask for too much, because sometimes when you ask too much and you push too far, it's not going to work out in your favor. So the host of it, very elderly guy, up there in age, but honestly, I didn't even know that. He moves very well. He's in pretty good shape for someone of his age, and he was, of course, of the majority complexion. And normally on most talk shows, such as this one, I don't think I know, honestly, any other talk show where a regular, and when I say, I'm not talking alternating guests, I'm talking like a regular co-host, is a professional athlete. Now, I could be wrong about that, and those of you who are following me on the topic that I'm talking about, you can correct me on that one. There are some other ones where they might have been, but then professional and a minority. So that's kind of two, you would say, I guess, double whammies. So, and it's not a bad thing. It's just, the thing about it was, he was given the option between the average of somebody that might have looked like him and a professional athlete to do the show with. And he chose this man to do it with. I thought that was phenomenal. I thought that was great. He only talks about certain sports. I noticed. I didn't realize there was so much to talk about with only a few sports, because there's so many of them. I thought that was great too. And of course, those sports centered around typically one demographic. So, of course, they were diverse, but they were occupied by one demographic. And normally, it was that demographic or those players that he spoke about the most. What they fell out about the most was about the player who will probably go down as probably the greatest player of all time in the NFL. You can argue with me on that one too. I'm not really, I think that that's what's going to happen. I think he should get it personally. He has my vote, but that's just basically what I'm saying. And they were talking about how every time he's basically loyal to a fault to that guy, no matter whether he plays well or not. This is my opinion. I understand that it might irritate you to a point of how loyal he is no matter what the man does on the field, whether he's playing good or not. The man had enough Super Bowls to have that type of respect. Let's start there. Whether he's playing or retired, he is the most popular, most talked about player in the NFL, regardless. They may talk about others, but you're never going to forget about this man. And that man, of course, is Tom Brady. We're never going to forget about him. That's not going to happen. What my point is that and I've heard actually other individuals talk about this type of situation, and that's kind of where I got actually some of my, I wouldn't say content, but that's where I kind of got a little bit of an understanding. When he said that, he said there's a thing called something being loyal to a fault. So my thing was, this man has given so much to your group to where you have to honor that. You have to. And those of you who know, you know what I'm talking about. You have to honor that. And I understand that the argument took a wrong turn. I get that. And no, he probably should not have gone as far as he did. But the thing about it is, does it matter if he defends him as much as he does? You got to give him something back. The man has given you a lot. And you've mentioned that on multiple occasions, that especially on his departure, that you were very happy and grateful for the opportunity. This is where you show how grateful you are for the opportunity. Not just word of mouth. It has to be through character, it has to be through attitude, and it has to be through actions. In that situation is where you proved how grateful you were. And to me, I didn't see it, honestly. And that's why I'm calling him out on that one. He has a thing called Club Shay Shay. You know, Shay Sharp. I gotta, this isn't really about you. I'm not hitting on you. I think you did a great job on the show, man. It was very entertaining to watch you, to give us kind of the insight from not only a reporter or, a co-host point of view, but also somebody who had experience in the locker rooms and next to these guys and this, that, and the third. I think you did a great job. But when it comes to talking about that, I had to disagree with you on that one. I'm not going to necessarily say that I'm on his side completely, but I just don't think that you handled that in the best decision. Now, they actually said in the time he did handle it pretty well, but I don't know if something else is brewing between y'all, behind the scenes. And that's what I'm telling you, my audience, is that I don't know all the details behind it. But my point behind it is that whenever somebody makes certain decisions that are such against the grain, basically just to help you out to advance your careers, you have to, you got to help them out. Like, help them help you, basically. And that's really all that I'm saying. I'm not really suggesting that he apologize. Who knows what they've talked about off the camera. But even in front of us, I think that he should at least acknowledge the fact that, hey, I understand. I get it. You helped me. You helped all the guys out that you brought on the show tremendously. And as a matter of fact, his theme show of his newer show was centered around one of his most liked artists, who is also of that complexion. So, or minority complexion. And I thought that was amazing. You have to give him, he's got to have something dear to him. He can't just cater to you all the way. And and it happens. But basically, that's kind of my point on this, is that whenever you're in situations like that, you have to understand that you can't get too greedy and you can't expect everything to go always your way in situations where people have given you opportunities. There's going to be days, there's going to be conversations, there's going to be takes in this case where you're going to disagree, but it's like getting, you have to understand, hey, well, there's cost to pay. There was going to be an opportunity or a point to where he was going to be very strong and passionate about a topic that I didn't agree with. Did it have to go as far as it did? No. But sometimes whenever you do wind up, I guess, showing that inside that inner animalistic approach to something, and you're not really thinking about what it is that you're getting back or what you have been given, typically that opposition is probably going to present that to you in the worst way. And I'm sorry that happened to you, but I just had to call you out on that one. And like I said, everyone says you handled the situation perfectly. I think, yes, after it happened, I agree. You handled it pretty well. But leading up to it, it should have never got to that point. And it didn't really seem like he was going to take it there until you continued to keep pushing and pushing and pushing to where he had to take it there. So, anyway, good luck to both of you. Gentlemen, I know Shay Sharp, you already kind of have your journey kind of, I guess, written out for you. And, of course, Skip, good luck to you, man, whatever else that, God has in store for you, man. And he was also a man of religion. He might have mentioned him a few times on his show. I respected that wholeheartedly. So I just kind of wanted to give my spill on that. I've been waiting to kind of let that one out. I'm happy now. I mean, I usually am, but like I just kind of wanted to basically just I guess, put that on the screen. And yeah, so if anybody else has any opinions on that, please let me know. And let's talk about it. Let's have a conversation about it. And tell me what your thoughts were. I know those opinions can vary. I've seen the comments of off videos of him speaking about it. Like I said, it wasn't just that situation that made me want to talk about it today. It wasn't just that. I mean, it was a situation, yes, but it's the fact that there were multiple videos that on multiple times where he would get on screen with other talk show hosts and kind of talk about what took place as if he saw nothing wrong with his actions. And I was just like, you're talking about it too much. I think that somebody should try to give you basically another way of looking at it. Not telling you that you were wrong, but another way of viewing it in a way that no one was probably ever going to have him look at it. And I'm not saying that that's my job to do. I just felt it was, I wanted to basically give my take on it. So, yeah. But anybody else has something to say about it, please let me know. Let's have a conversation about it. Like I said, those comments varied. Different perspectives, different points of view. Kind of all mainly in the same two categories, yay or nay. So, but for different reasons and things like that. And, well, we're talking about fans, but it could have been athletes, entertainers, could have been any of them. But yeah, so the last thing I'm going to leave you all with basically is make sure y'all are staying healthy, drink as much water, stay hydrated. The fall is actually just cracking near. And yeah, speaking of ball, it is football season. So have fun with that. And go ahead and get into those fall collections. As you see, I'm already kind of basically trying mine out. It's not completely all fall, but it's pretty close to it. So yeah, but yeah. Without any further ado, my newer viewers that are new to the channel, if you enjoyed today's show, please like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and tell us what you improvements or anything like that, anything that you liked about it, anything that you disliked, please share it in the comments, and I'll get back to you. And I hope to see you all next time on Camcast. Enjoy the rest. Peace.